Just us. Just us.
After a couple of barnstorming wins against the Spurs, the Warriors came very much back down to earth and got beaten by the Orlando Magic, a team that is decent, but should have been beatable.
This was game 5 of a 6-game road trip. The team looked tired.
Yeah. They were missing layups. They were missing threes.
They were turning the ball
turning
over.
the ball over. The bench was basically non-existent. So it didn't lead to a good all-round scoring team, which is exactly what they needed to be to make up the deficit that they were constantly in during the course of this game. They weren't able to take a lead, let alone a commanding lead. So it was very much the story of the game was a lot of tired legs.
Other than Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry, there was no production on the offensive side of things from the rest of the team.
Yeah,
so not even just the bench, it was the other starters who were unable to contribute in a meaningful way.
Yeah, Moody had a pretty terrible game after having a fantastic game. And yeah, the bench wasn't really there. The second string starters weren't there. And it's starting to become a bit of an issue with some players. You have some players that are streaky or go in and out of form, like Moody and like even Al Horford to a degree. But there's some players that are starting to look like they're completely lost and aren't really contributing in a way that is positive to the team. They just feel like they are either holding the team back or becoming a problem.
Are you talking about Pods?
Pods is one of them. I think Buddy Hield is the other one, which is unfortunate because we know that Buddy can do really amazing. But he's running in. Even Jimmy started shouting at him at one point. It was like threw his arms up because Buddy was just not paying attention to I think it was an inbound ball, and just it sailed over his head when he could have put his hands up and caught it. And then Buddy missed a layup or two, did some turnovers, dribbled into traffic. So with him, I can not forgive him, but I'm willing to have more patience in that he usually ends up mid-season becoming a very good shooter again. It's going to be interesting to see what happens when Seth Curry joins and his, status.
When is that happening? We need it. We need it soon.
Probably soon, hopefully. And Buddy's status as like the go-to secondary shooter becomes less solidified. I think Seth is going to come in and start stealing minutes from him, which at this current stage, if he continues to play the way he does, is deserved. I think Pods is a major issue now. And I can't tell what it is, but I think I started feeling it a game ago, I think it was, where he did a post-game interview and just seemed miserable. And one-word answers.
It's because he's coming off the bench now. He's not a starter.
I mean, he has been, in games that he has come on as a starter, he's been terrible.
Yeah, and when he was coming off the bench, he's been pretty good, but this game was just a complete flop.
He also doesn't seem to be taking as many threes as he did in his previous season. He does the thing where he's in three-point range, he looks completely open, he pauses just long enough for the defender to close the distance, and then when that happens, he drives into the paint, which is, you had a chance to shoot the three. It looks like he's scared of shooting threes right now, which he probably isn't, but the rate at which he's taking them, he's not. You know what people say, it's like, if you're a shooter, in or out, you just keep shooting until it comes back to you. He's not doing that. He's become a bit of a bit
timid.
He's become timid, which is not his style. I think someone needs to just take him out back and give him a good shake and tell him to get a grip. And I don't know who's going to do that. It should probably be Draymond or Steve or someone like that. Or even Steph, because Steph's a shooter, so knows what he's going through. Should just be like, keep shooting. Stop doing the thing where it's worse because he'll not shoot the three, drive into the paint, and then miss a layup. And you're like, why did you? If you were going to miss, at least miss the shot that would have kept us in the game,
Right. So I think the story for the first half of the game was it was pretty close, I'd say. The Warriors were within 3 points with 2 minutes left. But I think really the unevenness in the first half came from how many fouls the Warriors committed.
Yeah.
The Magic went to the free throw line 18 times, I think in the second quarter alone. So, that to me indicates that the Warriors were struggling defensively. I didn't think that the game showed a lot of defensive intensity like it did in the past 3 games where we won. And I think that's what led to the loss today.
Yeah, and like I said and like you said, some degree of that is kind of understandable given how tired they are. They're still on the road. They had 2 really tough games against the Spurs, which required a lot of them. They
play the Pelicans.
They have a pretty rough, and Steve Kerr said in one of his interviews recently, this is the worst road trip he's ever been part of, scheduling wise, in his entire NBA career.
To start a season.
To start a season, yeah. And there are, like, during the broadcast, they said there's some teams in the NBA that have played only 3 road games, something like that. And we're at what, 10?
I can't even count how many.
Something like
the
that.
majority of our games have been road
Yeah,
games
so
to start the season.
I think a significant amount of the inability to play consistently is down to that, but I don't think it can be used to entirely excuse some players. Buddy is coming off the bench. His legs should be in good standing. Same with Pods. They don't have the "we're tired" kind of excuse as much as the veterans do, and the veterans were the ones producing during this game. It just feels like there's still some things missing, and the hope is once they return home, they can lock that into place and be a little more consistent and find who they are a little better. Because the team has found some sort of identity. I don't think the players have their identity individually. Like Pods isn't Pods right now. Buddy isn't Buddy. And that's a bit of a problem.
Yeah. Let's talk about the fourth quarter, because I feel like there was some momentum going our way, but the team wasn't able to convert on it. So they really relied on Jimmy Butler in the fourth quarter. They set him up for a lot of ISO plays. So he went up against Jalen Suggs. Let's talk about Jalen Suggs. I think both him and Desmond Bane are instigators. They're agitators. They're the types of players that really get under your skin. And they're not always great, but today, both of them played very well against us.
And they have I feel like Desmond Bane, he is an instigator, but also he's a big-bodied man.
He is.
He seems
very
to
muscular.
Accidentally cause issues. There's some times during this game where he fouled. It was clearly a foul, and he looked so confused, and it's because he doesn't know he's such a chunky boy jumping at people. That's what's going to happen. Suggs feels like he is one of those players where if he's doing okay, or if he's playing okay to good, he's going to be annoying because he starts showboating. And that is fine if you can be consistent with it. He kind of reminds me of, what's that annoying player that everyone hates, that we hate? He's so annoying.
Dylan Brooks?
Yes, he reminds me of Dylan Brooks. He'll have 52 shit games and then have one good one and act like he's...
And it has to be against the Warriors.
And he will act like he's Michael Jordan and, Kevin Garnett in one. And so what are you doing? You had one decent game.
Yeah.
And I feel like Suggs, he has more decent games than probably him, but like still same mentality. He's just said his name and he's already gone out of my head. I don't know what his name is.
Dylan Brooks.
Oh, I don't know who you're talking about.
So things got so chippy in the fourth quarter that Jimmy Butler and Jalen Suggs both got technicals within the span of 90 seconds of each other.
Yeah.
And they were, Jimmy was waving his finger in Suggs' face, which I loved. It was great.
Yeah, Jimmy was being cheeky with it.
He was.
And you could tell he was pissed.
Because he got fouled and they didn't call a foul.
No.
So he got upset. Then there was there were multiple delay of game violations. Yeah. Things just got really unbalanced in the fourth quarter. Every time we thought we could take a lead, something like that happened, an altercation or an issue or some stoppage that really limited our momentum swing.
For sure. And Jimmy thankfully maintained his cool. He is that kind of person who he recognizes that he is in a confrontation. And he recognizes that if he doesn't remain under control or becomes too heated, he could cause issues beyond just getting a foul. So that's why he kind of resorts down to that cheeky little brother being an annoying asshole to you by wagging his fingers in your face, which you could give him a foul for being antagonizing, but most referees probably won't until they push a person or hit a person or trip a person or say something else. So he was being smart about the way he was trying to get underneath their skin. The other thing was Steph. Steph was very, very... He produced a lot, but his three-point shot did not look good.
He was 7 of 15 on 3. He missed 2 free throws today,
That is
which
the
was
biggest sign that something... When that first... Jimmy also missed them. And let's not forget, to begin this season, they were arguing about a free throw shooting contest. Who would have the most free throws?
And the highest percentage.
Yeah. Because they were basically perfect for that entire first few stretch of games. And then since then, Steph is basically 100% free throw shooter. If he's shooting a free throw, automatic bucket. In the last few games, he's missed multiple, which is if you ever need a sign that he's tired or the team is tired or they're not all there right now, that is it. And Jimmy missed some as well. And that's Will miss some as well, but you don't expect as much from him in terms of being perfect with your free throws.
Right. The one notable thing that history thing that happened during the game today is Steph passed Vince Carter on the all-time scoring list. I think he now has the 22nd spot on the list. So I think he'll surpass maybe a few more players this season. And who's at the top? Is it LeBron?
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Notable G League player, LeBron James.
Oh, he might be back today.
He's
coming back from his injury, his
sciatica. Someone interviewed him and he said, if you've never had sciatica, I hope you never get it. It's awful.
It is awful.
It is awful.
It's the worst thing.
He revealed that he had it last season during the off season. So he's dealt with it before. But, my thoughts and prayers to poor little LeBron James out there with sciatica.
I can't believe he's 40.
I hope he survives whatever is going on with him.
That's crazy. I feel like when I'm 40, I'm going to be like doubled over, unable to walk.
Oh, I'm reaching.
You're already there.
I'm there.
Tam is there.
I'm there. I'm not near 40 yet. I've still got a few years in me, but I've got the body of the mind. I feel like I've got the soul of an 8-year-old where I just want to be laying down. I want someone to just gently fan me every now and then.
And rub your feet.
Just poke me to make sure I'm not dead yet. That kind of thing.
That's my job now.
And the moment I start shitting myself, just send me to a retirement home, like a care home.
Okay, you'll have to get a scholarship to go
to a care home? What are you guys doing to old people in this country? Why is you a scholarship to go to a...
They're expensive.
Damn.
But yeah.
That's brutal.
What's next for the Warriors?
What's next is they're going to play Miami Heat tomorrow. And it has... I'm getting emotional about dying and shitting myself. It has all the markings of a rest game. I wouldn't be surprised if a couple of players are out entirely. Al Horford probably. Maybe Jimmy. Jimmy was gassed today. Any of the other veterans, key players, I think they'll play maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes. With the direction that if you can build a lead early, we'll stick with it. If not, they'll just pull them out, I think, and let them rest so that when we get back to chase, they can start with a win there and hopefully get that home stretch a bit more momentum-based.
Exactly. So the Warriors are 3-2 on this road trip. Game 6 tomorrow against the Miami Heat. It's an early start again, 4:30 Pacific time. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
End tomorrow with a 3-3. That's still not the end of the world.
Right. I think it's pretty good.
Decent. Yeah, considering that we went into this getting just dogpiled by Oklahoma City Thunder, it seemed like it was going to be a rough few games. They managed to beat the Spurs, who are a very, very, very good team. And then they've had some dips, but,
And for those of you following Wemby, who's the star player of the Spurs, he's going to be out for multiple weeks because of a calf strain that he sustained on Friday versus the Warriors. And he doesn't even know what play it was on. Yeah. I don't think anyone saw it. I don't think he realized it until after the game.
This is the Draymond Green effect.
Yeah, Draymond Green.
Where you think that you're safe, but the damage is delayed. It's delayed onset Draymond damage.
DOMS.
DOD.
You're the one that taught me what DOMS meant.
Yeah.
Delayed onset
Muscle
soreness.
Yeah.
I have DOMS. I worked out yesterday.
As I said, I'm an 8-year-old man. I live in a constantly fluctuating state of DOMS. So thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Just us on 3. 1, 2, 3. Just us.